FABS, your favorite host with the most, Sinjay here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be giving you guys the real tea on STARZ' new hit TV show, Pvalley. Last week, I had the pleasure of attending their private screening for media influencers, and it was so great. I'm going to put the little boomerang right here. They had laid out for your girl. You know, my name was at the bottom of the screen, and you know, I just felt all important and stuff like that. So I decided to do a review and a reaction recap for you guys, just in case you missed the premiere and you want to tune in as well. You can catch Pvalley Sundays at 7 p.m. Central. I'm gonna put the correct time right here because I don't know, at 7 p.m. Central on the STARZ network. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So Pvalley, okay, Pvalley, I love this show. Okay, this show is amazing. It's extremely entertaining, little semi-informative, because you know I didn't know all these things go down in a strip club. But so yeah, so it takes place in Mississippi, and the theme location for the show is the strip club, and it's a strip club in the middle of Mississippi. Think Hustlers meet Mississippi. So everybody on the show talk with a thick country accent like this, and they down in Mississippi, and the name of the strip club is called the PYNK, and the PYNK got everything a man needs. Alright, so I made some notes, so just please bear with me if you see me looking at my phone and then back at the camera, because I want to give y'all the most important part, and if you really want to know like in detail, you can always catch up on it on STARZ, but I'm gonna just give y'all the real tea. So boom, so the show opens up. It puts you in the mind, the opening is in the mind of Beyonce's Formation. Like y'all know how it starts at the, I think it's the end, when it's like a swampy water, and then it has like all that debris. So you can tell, well, if you're from the South, you know what hurricane aftermath looks like. That's exactly what it is. So it's hurricane aftermath, water, debris everywhere. So in comes this lady. She grabs a bag from out of the debris, and she opens it up, and there's a Texas. She opens the bags up and she grabs the wallet, and she opens up the wallet, and there's a Texas driver's license. So I just assumed that this is post Hurricane Harvey, and this is the woman's stuff. She grabs it and goes, okay, boom. So you can tell that she's been beaten because her eyes are black and she has some scratches and bruises on her face. You can, you know, tell she's been through a rough time. So boom, she gets on the bus, and you know how like on the mega bus, like they do the frequent, like the 15-minute break stops. So the bus stops, and instead of her getting back on the bus to continue the journey, she decides that she's gonna stay at this stop, and while she's taking a cigarette break, she sees this pink light. So she just goes into the pink light, and I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, y'all know pink is my favorite color. So if I see a pink light glistening, I'm gonna go into it. but yeah, so she starts to go towards the pink light, and then boom, the theme music drop, and lock up. So we introduced to the club the PYNK. So in this scene we meet Miss Mississippi, Mercedes, and Gidget. These are all strippers at the club, and yeah. And in this scene, you can tell Miss Mississippi, she's getting beat on as well, and she just also has a baby. In this scene, she was just coming back from her set, and the guy bust open a bottle, and like she hit her head, so she has a gash on her head, and then she has like bruises on her neck from where her boyfriend, baby daddy, whatever, was beating on her prior to it. And Gidget notices it, and she's like, well, we can cover up that gash, but we can't cover up them bruises on your neck. Get into that tea. So speed it up later on in the show. Old perv keeps touching Mercedes. Now Mercedes is the diamond of the PYNK, okay? Y'all know how Diamond was in Players Club? That's Mercedes, okay? She's the HBIC. She running things. She's the lead stripper. She's the OG, triple OG stripper, okay? Like, nobody is touching Mercedes, period, okay? So she's, you know, doing her thing. You know, she working, and then this old perv, I can't stand old men, kept trying to touch her pocketbook, okay? And she was like, I said, keep your hands to yourself. So boom, he tries her 3 times, and Diamond, who is the bodyguard, aka Benny, I think from the Half and the Have-Nots, busts up in there and he throws him out. So old perv got to go. But let's keep this old perv in mind, because he come back up again later on in the show. So put that in the back of your mind. So after we kick the old perv out, we're introduced to Uncle Cliff in this scene. He has an encounter with the police officer, because apparently in this part of Mississippi you're not supposed to serve alcohol. So Uncle Cliff break off the sheriff, so he keep going on to mind his business, okay? And Uncle Cliff is the owner of the club. He keeps all of the girls in check, and he's running the business, okay? Uncle Cliff is that bitch, very much that bitch, okay? So come back down to it later on in the show. It's time for the booty battle, okay? And the winner of the booty battle gets $50 in a hot plate, okay? Very much country vibes. $50 in a hot plate. So in the booty battle, we're introduced to the girl from the beginning, and we come to find out her name is Autumn Night. That's her stripper name that she's gonna go by. And you can tell she does not belong here, because she's dressed in designer. The clothes that was in the suitcase were all designer items. So she's dressed head to toe in designer, and she wants to participate in the booty battle. So yeah, that's it for that. Autumn enters the booty battle, and yeah, that's it for that scene. So now we go to the church scene. Y'all, if this isn't the South, like, you can tell, like, this scene just screams the South. Like, you got Auntie up here hollering, screaming on the mic, talking about some God wants your 10% in a song. Like, she is just really bent on getting everybody too tired. And the man in the pulpit is not pleased. Like, he looking at her like she crazy. But the church is, oh, won't he do it? 10%, won't he do it? Give it to him. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? So she's trying to get everybody to get a 10%. So Mercedes is in church, okay? And she's giving God back 10%. Not her 10%, but she giving back 10%. So she pulls out this wallet in her purse, and she puts the 10% in there. But the ID is the old man who was trying to touch on her. And then the camera pans over while the man sitting on the same row. But I tell y'all about them old men. Girl, I just really cannot believe it. When I tell y'all I was on the floor, I was on the floor, okay? So, boom. Next thing, Uncle Cliff goes down to the bank, tries to get him a bad check. So, turns out Uncle Cliff is in debt and he might lose the PYNK, okay? And again, the PYNK is the strip club that he owns. Miss Mississippi real name is Keyshawn. She comes back to the club. So this is a whole new day. So what I was talking about before, I assume was Saturday night, and this is Sunday when all of this stuff is going on. So Keyshawn comes back to the club. She's been beaten again. This time she brings her baby with her. So Gidget, this time Uncle Cliff, you know, is just counseling her, and Gidget gets the baby. And yeah, so they're just trying to get everybody ready, you know, for Sunday, because Sunday is the best and biggest night at the PYNK, okay? It's Mercedes Sundays or whatever. So Sundays it goes down. So later on in the little club scene on Mercedes Sundays, we meet Lil Murder. Broke broke wannabe rapper, but he cool. I like him though. But this how you know he broke. So he had a Louis Vuitton bag with like, I think he maybe had like I think he had $2,000 in coochie coupons. That's what they call dollars at the PYNK, coochie coupons. But he had maybe like $2,000 worth of ones, and then the rest of the bag was filled up with them green bricks. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The green bricks, what you put the flowers in. Anyway, one of his homeboys in his clique worked at the funeral home, so he watered like the bricks down and put it in the Louis Vuitton bag to make it seem like he had a lot of money, but he ain't had no money. He was out here stunting, broke. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. So, Autumn and Mercedes, they Uncle Cliff tells Mercedes to teach Autumn how to work the room and how to work VIP. So boom, so Mercedes and Autumn, they're working VIP. One of Lil Murder's homeboys in his clique get a little handsy with Autumn and he snatches her. So this brings back flashbacks, because y'all can tell at the beginning of the video I told y'all you could tell that it looks like she was beating up. Well, you can obviously see that she's been in an abusive relationship, so that brings back flashbacks. Diamond comes in, do what he do, whoop de whoop whoop, and he gone. So Mercedes calls out Lil Murder for not having enough coochie coupons, okay, for trying to play like he had a lot of coochie coupons, but he really didn't. And and they go to the super VIP room, well, the first super VIP room, and he play her music, and Mercedes was like, no, I can't bounce my ass to this shit trash. Ow! So after they leave out of that room, fast forward a little bit, and again, if y'all want to know like the real tea, go watch the TV show, because I'm only giving y'all the parts that stuck out to me. So Lil Murder is leaving and he bumps into Uncle Cliff and he says, where's the little red bone at? He's talking about Autumn because she left out of VIP. She left out of the club, and you know she's outside crying. And he was like, we want to apologize to her about what happened to VIP. So Uncle Cliff hit her, boop, 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 boop. And it's a whole secret, another VIP room. I didn't know the strip club had all these VIP rooms. Like, oh my gosh. So they go into the super side secret VIP room and they having a little chat, okay? So this is the part that gets a little bit confusing to me, because see, Murder was all in Mercedes' face, but sweetie, while he was twirling Uncle Cliff's little blonde curly wig all in his hand. So apparently Lil Murder must got that, okay, because something went down in that room, okay? And I got a feeling we're gonna find out, because something went down in that room, because Uncle Cliff came out there and on Mercedes set gonna say, play this. And why is Lil Murder's whack ass song? So apparently Lil Murder must got some. I'm gonna sip that tea. Okay. So Autumn, again, she leaves out the club. She's crying, she's upset, and you know, just what she's happened. And then there's this photographer. Now this photographer don't sit right with me. Like, who sent him? Who sent you? So he's outside of the club taking pictures or whatever, and Autumn notices him and she was like, you taking pictures of me? And he was like, no, I'm actually taking pictures for a real estate agent. Laka. They chop it up. Okay, cool. But this photographer, y'all, mark my words, is something about this photographer that's not sitting right with me. I believe whoever was beating on Autumn, her husband / boyfriend, whoever, sent him to spy on her, to find her. But they chop it up, and you can tell like there's a little bit of chemistry right there, and she tells him that her real name is Haley. So yeah, did I leave out anything? Okay, so that's when they had that little exchange. And then the last part that really stuck out to me the most was when Mercedes' mama, so come to find out, the lady from the church scene who was doing all that hooping and hollering about 10%, that's Mercedes' mom. So Mercedes' mom's club comes to the club on Mercedes Sundays. How ironic that she comes during them, but she comes and they have some words outside, and she keeps telling her mom, like the mama's telling Mercedes, like, you know, you shouldn't be doing this. God is not pleased with you. This is blasphemy. Stripping is blasphemy. And Mercedes look her dead in her face and say, nah, ma, it art. Girl, but I tell you, I was weak. I was like, yes, Mercedes, stand for what you believe in, girl. Yes, sis, stand for what you believe in. But her mama goes on this hooping and hollering rave, you know, talking about, well, all the way these men were throwing money at you, the church should have been got more money, got more tithes and offerings out of you. And then she gets on her knees, God, deliver from this hoe, deliver from me from this hoe. I can't believe I birthed this hoe. And then Mercedes just look at her mama and is like, you know what, here, and just give her mama her all of her hard-earned money from Mercedes Sundays to her mama. So that's my recap. That's my tea on P-Valley. I will be watching this show. If you guys want to know everything that happened in detail, you feel that I may have left out some parts, feel free to watch the show on STARZ, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know will you be tuned in. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you truly enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, as well as hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time that I post videos. Also, let's start a conversation in the comments. Will you be tuned in to Pink Valley on Sundays? Okay, because I know I am, honey. So without further ado, I'll see you at the Pink, honey. I got to go. Bye.